Hey everyone, this is Matt E. from Timonium Fitness Together, dropping you my next nutrition-based trainer tip. Today I'm going to focus on protein with an extra focus on Jillian Michaels' most recent viral video. She dropped about an 8-minute video that some of you may have seen or heard about. Now, as a celebrity, I want to make sure that misinformation or confusion isn't getting to our clients. If you haven't gotten a chance to watch my first video, I highly recommend that, tackling some of the most common protein myths that we hear as trainers. I mention that because Jillian Michaels' video actually begins with mentioning a few points, specifically bone loss and organ damage. Now, just like my first video, these points are actually not evidence-based, and she does not provide any research to these claims. Now, quickly doing my own research, there is a most recent 2017 survey that actually says that high protein amounts do not affect bone and actually could have positive effects opposed to negative. Now, as far as organ damage goes, that's going to be an issue with pre-existing conditions. So we always ask that you check with your doctor, check with your healthcare professional, make sure you don't fall in that range. And if you don't, organ damage is also not something that you need to be concerned about with high protein whole food intake. One study that Jillian does mention that is research founded and evidence based is the recommended minimum protein amounts. Now, this is just the recommended amount that is the bare minimum that our bodies need to get by. Now, to understand further why the minimum is not enough for us, let's break down protein a little bit further as a macronutrient. Protein is made up of amino acids, which are essentially building blocks, almost like Legos. It's a good way to think about it. Now, our body does not store any of this protein. Unlike fat that's stored, amino acids don't really get stored. So they're used up every day, and they constantly need replenished. Unfortunately, if that protein and amino acids aren't there, our body will take from our muscles because that is what it can actually use. So regardless of your goals, nobody actually is going to benefit from less muscle and more body fat. So it is true that the recommended daily amount is about 0.9 per kilograms, which works out to about 54 grams of protein for a 150-pound person. Again, this is the very bare minimum, and our bodies need a little bit more, especially when we're training, when we're doing strength workouts, when we're doing extra work, we're breaking muscles down even further, that protein is needed even more. So the bare minimum is really just the bare minimum. If we had a car and you want to make sure that it has all the fuel and all the oil that it needs, you're not going to give it the bare minimum. You want it to have everything it needs to run as efficient as possible. Please think of your body the same way. High fuel, high efficiency, you want it to perform at its absolute highest. You need to treat it as so. The RDA recommended daily amount does truly focus on malnutrition. Our bodies will become malnourished and actually have very negative effects, even catastrophic, with so low amounts of protein. So again, that's where that recommended daily amount falls to just get us by. Whereas we have goals, we want to increase our muscle, we want to be stronger, we want better body composition. That's where we need to take it to another level, and that's where it's more important. With that being said, I hope that this video clears up some of the misinformation and confusion regarding protein, if it's bad for you, if there are negative side effects and whatnot. If you guys have more questions or would like to get into this a little more individually based on your body and your goals, please feel free to reach out to us and set up your nutrition session, and we can dive into things a little more in detail there. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.